Well, this past summer, the city's Landmarks Preservation Commission voted to protect 3 historic sites linked to the history of jazz. All 3 are linked to musicians who helped to shape this uniquely American form of music. Entertainer reporter Sandy Kenyon visited each one, and he's here to tell us all about them. Sandy.
Liz, this was a dream assignment for me because I'm a big jazz fan, and one of the landmarks is famous, Harlem's Hotel Cecil, home to Minton's Playhouse, where legendary jam sessions went down in the 1940s, and the style of jazz known as bebop was born there. Another that's been recognized is an apartment building in Washington Heights. But let's begin not in Manhattan, but in Queens. Today, it looks like just another old building in the Corona section. But for more than a decade, magic was made here by America's jazz ambassador. Dizzy Gillespie, seen here on Britain's BBC, traveled all over the world, but he called this place home.
The world recognized him as an important person, and he came to live amongst us.
Florence G. Lalande worked to get the city's Landmark Preservation Commission to recognize the significance of the Gillespie residence.
And his good friend Louis Armstrong lived around the corner.
Armstrong's home is now a museum, and the significance of both extends beyond music.
This was one of the places that African Americans could actually buy property.
In the 1940s, Queens was segregated.
Other areas were the red line, which means they would actually take maps, the real estate folks would take maps and redline areas on the map that they would not sell to African American people.
To be called a landmark, a property must be historically, culturally, or architecturally significant. 935 St. Nicholas Avenue in Washington Heights qualifies on all counts. Duke Ellington made what have been called the first music videos while he lived here, just a short distance away from where the style of modern jazz that came after him was born. Now, Minton's Playhouse and the other sites will be preserved.
They reflect the degree to which the history of jazz is embodied in the very fabric of our city.
Our thanks to Landmarks Preservation Commissioner Sarah Carroll, whose agency works with property owners to ensure that any changes to the outside of these structures do not take away from their great historical importance. These are buildings that simply tell the story of our past